Evening all. I'm on quick time, which means I don't have the luxury of being able to edit the video. But it'll be uploaded far quicker and saved far quicker. So anyway, I thought what I'd just do is, first of all, just complain that my last video got 39 views. I mean, geez, that's just abysmal. I was doing better with the Prometheus review and such. Yeah, I guess partly because I uploaded it at an obscure time. I uploaded it in the morning, and Martin did take his video down, so that was an attempt at publicity by doing a video response to Martin. Didn't get that. Didn't even get a response from him. So entering into a dialogue, that agenda failed as well. And by the way, Martin, we did do a thread in his forum, and he said he doesn't have time for this, and he's not even going to watch the response, let alone respond to it. It's really pathetic. This is exactly what he did when Landon Cole, DPR Jones, called him out in the Rivers of Blood speech. But anyway, never mind. I just thought I would read the comments then to sort of interact. And one of these comments I got will let you guys know a bit more about myself. Because 27288 asks me, do you subscribe to the ideals of a nihilist or antinatalist? Well, as a matter of fact, yes. On both counts. Nihilism, yes, well duh, of course there's not some objective reason for living woven into the fabric of reality. It's a matter of the opinion that life is worth living versus the opinion that life isn't. And those are both subjective, and yeah, it's not just that doesn't render them not worth listening to, just that you have to kind of justify them a bit. Because I often get levied with that accusation that by suggesting there is no objective morality, I'm just trying to put down our values, our moral values, which I'm not. I'm just, I hold my moral values, very close to my heart, and I'll defend them. But I'm not arrogant enough to say, yes, there is a God which agrees with me, or yes, there is something about reality that just agrees with me and everyone else is wrong on that. Of course, I'll try and show why people are wrong, but again, it will be through... I'll have to put some work into it to explain why they're wrong. I can't just say, oh, they're immoral, they're wrong. So anyway, antinatalism. I wouldn't call myself a hardcore antinatalist, because of course there are people who do enjoy their lives. But certainly I think it's a very valid point to make that it's up for consideration. If you are procreating, consider it. Consider that there is a risk that there'll be a defect, an infirmity, and even if the person's completely healthy, they might just not want to be here, and then there's just the risks of the cancer, and then there's the fact that they will grow old and die. So by imposing life on people, you are also subjecting them to death, which I don't think is pleasant, but there we go. So yeah, I guess I do subscribe to the ideals of the antinatalist position. Trick said, good response. Thanks, man. And Psychological Shock said, having taught people myself, I have to say that social work is utterly insignificant compared to continuing one's own bloodline. It's a value. Either you get it or you don't get it, and it seems to me you don't value your life enough to get it, so all I can tell you is I heard that drowning is a peaceful way to pass into oblivion. Wow, what a total jackass. Yeah, we have a difference of opinion on what value is. I think it's of more value to work with the life that is already here, or make contributions to to alleviate the suffering and give a better quality of life to the life that is already here, rather than creating yet more life for this grotesquely overpopulated world. Okay, fine, you think it's valuable to stick one in the hole and then squeeze one out. Great. Why don't you try and do a little better then? Either you get it or you don't. Tell me why it's so valuable to make life. Fucker. And then Atacana said, an intelligent and humane video, but it is overwhelmingly white people who are making the child-free lifestyle choice. Yes, true, but is that, not that you say that it is, but that is not to do with the fact that they are white. So if the paradigm shifts, if the non-whites, the blacks, the browns, orientals, whatever, have more children, and maybe they get some wealth and the whites get poorer, then the whites will probably have more children, because that it tends to be that the richer and better off one gets, civilization gets, the less children they have. He goes on to say, so this could ultimately mean a civilization being inherited by black and brown people. Is this really desirable? Oh, Atacana, I mean, we get on enough and you're civil enough to me, but that's not very nice. But then I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This is the guy who made a video called How Black Delinquents Should Be Dealt With, where he suggested that we segregate the black community and, I kid you not, make that segregated area more jungle-like, so the black people feel more at home or are in an environment that they are better suited to. I mean, fuck me, 5 ways from Sunday. And he goes on to say, an idea of mine is that those white women who do like having lots of kids could be appointed brood mares, as it were, and paid by the state to have many children by white male volunteers, so that whites would not die out. I think that's a terrible idea. You should be having children because you love them. Because if you're not going to have children for that reason, then there's not much point. A child who isn't loved is probably going to turn out not terribly happy. So, no, we should not pay women to churn babies out to prevent a species from being extinct. That is completely the wrong reason to be having children. If you must have children, do it because you love them, you love kids, and you're going to love your kids, and give them the best quality of life you have, and churning out babies for that reason doesn't really feel like that's what we're doing. So there we go. That was it's 2 a.m. in the morning, so kind of another obscure time. Or maybe not. I think the majority of my viewers are from the States, so it's not going to be so late that time. So yeah, hope this gets more views, and if you're seeing this now and you missed my last video, please go check it out. Thumb it up or down, you know, because I want your honest opinion. But thumb it up. Otherwise, I'll kick your ass. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, and sleep well. Peace and love. Hippie style.